Hello everyone and welcome back to a YouTube tutorial for City Skylines. So I'm going to be discussing how to start a city in the most efficient way possible. Or just explaining the overarching question of how do you begin playing this game. I will be playing on career mode legitimately, to where I can get achievements, and I will just walk you guys through each aspect of the game and what each thing does inside of the game bar, so that you guys can figure it out and know how to use each thing once we get in. So first things first is the roads. The roads are the structure of your city, and you will have to place down roads in such a way that traffic flows very smoothly. Normally what I do whenever I start my game is I pause the game. So you just simply do that by clicking the left stick. The question that normally comes after this is, well, how do I fast forward? So instead of clicking the stick very quickly, you click it and hold, and it will increase the speed, and then you click it and hold it again, and then the arrow will increase again. So normally I pause, like I said, and I go in here, I grab one road. Once you lay down a road, it will unlock the single lane roads, and it doesn't really matter how you build your road system as long as your traffic is able to flow smoothly. So I'm just going to kind of build a random grid for you guys so that you can see how I work this. So this is just going to be a small grid. I do one-way roads here because the interstate. I'm going to go in and build with roads again, of course. I'm going to bring these down. So normally I set up for the next step in the game or next road series that I get, so I wind up measuring my stuff out a little bit weirder than normal. Normally give myself a little extra space for those wider roads. All you have to do is add 2 per 10 lengths in order to get your roads set up for the little extra wider roads. It's not going to let me do it there, so just like that. Another thing to note is how I'm measuring this out is, if you look at it, 10 units is the length of the road that naturally is spawned in that people use a lot. If you want to do an additional, so for my blocks, I normally put them at 12 lengths apart, so it's literally just 1, 2 over the white line, or over the line. And then on these double lengths, I go to 4. So 5 lengths is when the white line pops up. Anything less than 5 lengths, the white line doesn't pop up. So here we go. Perfect. So now that I've got this little section started, I've got to, 1, supply power to it. So I'm going to come over on the opposite side here, away from my town, and I'm going to put in just a single block, and you'll see why in a minute. So you come in here, you're looking across your little menu here. You don't have to worry about zoning and districts just yet, okay? I like to worry about utilities next, because you're required to have power for your city, for your citizens, and water for your city, which is not all that hard to deal with. So electricity, you can choose between clean, which is loud. That's what the orange circle is. It shows you how loud it is and where it extends to. So because it's really loud, I don't particularly like using this near my residential area, which is going to be this area over here. Normally I would use these closer to the industrial area because industrial makes a lot of noise in of itself. Now for this one, pollution, the red circle, because this is a coal power plant and it burns coal and it makes a smell, so it can make your citizens sick if it's too close to your residential area. I prefer coal power plant because it's more powerful. It is more expensive, but it's more powerful. So this is dependent. So another thing with wind power is that it's dependent on how powerful the wind is in areas, and whenever it's like foggy and stuff, the amount of power will decrease. So your power fluctuates. Whereas with coal power, it may be dirty, but it's consistent. And as long as you've got good traffic flow, the trucks can make it to it, and your coal power plant will be refilled with coal, and you'll have power for as long as you need it. I'm going to go in and I'm going to drop down this power plant. One thing to note is the blue circle around it. So the blue circle is where your power extends to. You can use power lines to extend it further. Okay, so which is probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in and I'm going to just extend this right over to here and pause it. So notice that has the little symbol of power is broken. That's basically just saying that it's not connected to any other blue circle. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and add in the water. So you have to run the piping. Notice the blue circle again. That's for the piping. So bring this out. Perfect. As long as I don't get my water inlet source too close to my coal power plant, I don't have to worry about it being nasty water. Once again, the water tower has a circle of noise pollution. So I'm just going to place it there. And then I've got to drop a poo plant thing down somewhere to where it'll flow outside of the city. And I'm just going to drop it right here because I just want to get it down into the river. I don't want it to flow into a lake here at the very top. So in doing that, now I've got to run the piping all the way over there. So piping underneath all of my city infrastructure, that way all my citizens get water, which is great. So there we go. And then I'm going to just take this and run it straight down over to this little poo plant. And then I'm going to grab the power. See, notice the blue circle again. So I'm going to go over here. I'm just going to click in here. We're just going to bring it all the way down and connect that blue circle. Note that it's still not connected. So I'm going to bring it up. Then I'm going to bring it over. There, now it's connected. Now all of them are connected. See? Blue connected to that blue, connected to this blue. So now everything's powered. So everything's powered. Everything's got water flowing to it. Well, actually, not everything. I lied. So I forgot to run the water across here. No big deal. Very easy to fix. There. Now everything's got water running to it. So now I have 14,000 to spend. I'm going to spend it on streets. And the reason why I encourage spending all of your funds is because you will go negative for the first little bit of the game. And it doesn't take very long for you to go positive, but you will wind up going negative for a good portion of the beginning of the game. Hold on, this is weird. Let me measure this out again. Okay, there we go. Done. Done. We're going to go here. There we go. Now it's measured out right. It's like, man, this is looking really weird. And now it's corrected. So I'm just beefing up my industrial area a little bit to give myself a little bit of space to work with. I'm building in more roads. And I'm going to get rid of this, that, and this. And then I'm going to go in, and I've got an itch. Just give me a second. One-way roads are nice. They help with the control of traffic, so I'm going to upgrade that. I'm going to upgrade that. I'm going to upgrade that. I'm going to upgrade these. Upgrade these. And then I'm going to upgrade these. Alright, so I just noticed that I didn't explain a certain mechanic about roads. If you hit Y and hold it, it'll open up a menu, and that allows you to do certain things with the roads. Upgrade them, change them, and so on and so forth. So I want to change direction of these two because that symbol means it's not connected, and actually what's going on is the one way is running into the other one way, so I need to flip these ones around. That way traffic flows in a circle. So now that's all good. I need to flip this one around, and then I need to grab a straight road and pop it over like that. Perfect. So now I've got my highway running through the center. I've got more than enough residential on both sides, or more than enough residential on one side, more than enough industrial on the other. Oh, excuse me. I've still got a little bit to spend, so I'm actually going to waste it on water piping, because once again, the water, everything's got to be plumbed, or else your people will not be very happy with you. And now they are plumbed, so we're good there. So let's go into zoning. So for your zoning, you've got residential, you've got commercial, and then you've got industrial. I start off with the residential because that's what it asks for down in the bottom right hand corner. The green is highlighted, so I need to put more of this down. Once again, holding Y gives you this menu where you can pick a bunch of different things. I'm just going to go right here, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to let it fast forward for a little bit till the house pops up. So I'm going really far negative. Now there's a house popping up. I'm good to go. I did realize something. I got to back out all the way to this menu because I forgot to go into my economy. So if you back out all the way to the menu and you go into hit Y, it'll pop up this menu. Go to economy, and from economy go to budget, and under budget you can actually turn down all these different little budgeting things. And since I'm not using all of the resources because I have no buildings, I'm going to turn them down as far as I can. And what that's going to do is that's going to allow you to not go negative as far. And over time, you'll just have to turn these up until you get to 100%. And then once you get to 100%, you're going to have to buy more and more resources, which is not a big deal once you get to that point. Okay, so there. So now you'll note that the negative is going up, but I still have plenty of road for me to fill in with residential area. So I'm just going to let it go ahead and simmer and go through all that process. I'm actually going to grab commercial, and I'm going to drop it there. I'm going to drop it there. I'm actually going to go in and delete this section right here because I don't need that much. And then I'm going to go in and add in some industrial areas. Boom. Boom. Perfect. So now, as I fast forward for you guys to see, you'll note that my building has power and water, so they're not complaining. Here's a perfect example of an issue that will arise. Is as your city is building, note that this blob is not connected, so they're going to start complaining about power until they connect all the way up to this. So just give them a little bit. There'll be some more houses that'll pop up right here soon. See, there's another house right there. There'll be one that'll pop up that'll bridge the gap here soon, hopefully. Come on, guys, I know you can do it. This is one of those things that you gotta be careful of, is zoning too much stuff in at one time. So I zoned way too much in at one time, and now I'm definitely feeling the brunt of it because I forgot to slowly expand over time. So now I've got to wait for the buildings to actually connect, which won't take very long. It's just the electricity will probably go red before then, and if it does go red, then I'm not getting paid by those residents anymore. Note that I'm still going negative, but not for long. Once these people start having to pay taxes, and once it all catches up, it'll be fine. It's not going to take long. Come on, guys. Connect. So, there's a perfect issue with power. So if you have problems with your people complaining about power, you've either A, not got enough megawatts going to them, or B, you don't have it connected up properly. For me right now, it's that it's not connected up properly. But it's fine, it will connect eventually. Oh man, all the industrial is building up right now. Come on, power. Connect. This game is really about to be like that. Yep, there it goes. Now they're starting to turn red, so I'm not going to be getting paid by those people anymore. Until it connects. There we go. It's starting to build up again. Another building just came in. Come on, bridge the gap. There we go. And now it's bridged. So all the power goes away. Perfect. So now all that's going to happen is they're just... now I'm up to 12 megawatts. So they're complaining about power again. So this is the other thing that I was talking about. So I turned down my power. So now the megawatt, they're complaining about the megawatts again. So all I need to do is go all the way out and then click on economy. And then go in and turn this up. So I'm going to turn it up to about 75. I'm going to leave the water down still because the water doesn't need anything. And now if I go in here and look, I'm at 15 out of 22 megawatts. So good to go on that behalf. And because the power was out to the sewage plant down here, now the sewage plant is powered, so they stopped complaining. Let me save the game. If I could find a city anywhere that I can delete to replace. Wait, what Springwood is that? Oh, those are all the old Springwoods. Okay, let me go delete one of those. Yep, delete you. There we go. So that's it for this video. Now you guys know how to start a city. The next video will be about how to deal with well, actually let me look at the milestones real quick. Okay, yeah, so what healthcare and garbage and how it works. So that'll be the next thing. So we will see you all in the next video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, please subscribe and hit the bell to be notified whenever there is new content being released. And if you want to leave me a comment, by all means go ahead. I will try to respond as quickly as possible. If you have any suggestions or any ideas that you'd like to run by me, go ahead. I'll gladly look at pictures of your guys' cities as well if you want to share them. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you all in the